Hi IPSY fam, this is Megan Lombardi. I'm a pro makeup artist in Los Angeles, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a beautiful Valentine's Day date night makeup. It's so beautiful, it's so easy to do, and we're going to use amazing products, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are going to start with the skin, and I want my skin to look super natural. I want the makeup to melt in, so I'm going to start with a primer that gives a little glow, has a tiny bit of color, but you really can't see it once it's on. This is the MISCHO Beauty Sheer Glow Primer, and just really highlight the high points of the face so it catches the light. See how it's just like so glossy, like I just had a facial? And this is even good like if you just want to put a little concealer on and just run out, this is beautiful. But for date night, we want the skin so perfect. So next we're gonna go in with the Hourglass Ambient Foundation. So I'm in between shades, so I'm mixing 5 and 5.5. So it has just the right amount of yellow, but also warmth. So I'm gonna start by placing that on anywhere I have the most to cover. So right through the cheeks, it might be for you on the nose. And then I'm using kind of a fluffy brush so that it's just a soft wash of color without being too opaque. And then I'm just lightly feathering the foundation on. I do it like this because I want to control the amount of product. So I want to have coverage, but I don't want it to be too heavy. If you do feel like you need more coverage, just continue to repeat this process. Then you always want to take that foundation down your neck and even on the ears if your ears will be showing. So since this foundation is a medium coverage with sort of this glowy, soft filter effect, it's perfect with the MISCHO primer we used. So now that the foundation is done, I just want to go back in and spot conceal, but the eyes are the most important part of the face. So you want to make sure if you have any blueness under the eyes, you kind of color correct with a warmer concealer. It can even be a deeper shade of concealer, maybe like your summer shade. And I'm putting that right in the center. And it may look too dark at first, but I'm just going to blend that out and just watch as any blueness under my eyes is gone. So it's not my perfect shade, but the blueness is gone, and then we highlight right after that. So this is just a perfect trick. You can even mix them together if you want just one step, and then you've automatically just corrected the under eyes. So now I just take a lighter shade, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of light to 2 sections right in the center of the eye, and then the outer corner to just lift up. And then I will mix those concealers and spot conceal around the face as well. So I don't go too high up because I don't want to create too much creasing. So I'm keeping it kind of lower on the under eye and then lifting up to create that beautiful trajectory upwards. Okay, so now we want to give a little emphasis through the cheekbones. So we're going to be using this Tarte Double Duty Contour. You just twist it up, give it a little squeeze. Whoop, there it is. You can either put it on the back of your hand or you could just tap it. 1, 2, that's good. Then you can add more if you need. And then with a brush, I'm just gonna go lightly stroking up. If you have no idea where this is supposed to go on your cheek, you can just suck in a little, or you can smile and just follow the bottom of your cheek. And then boom, it just blends in, it's so easy. Now you don't wanna just put it on your cheek, you wanna put it a little bit on your forehead too. So a little there, 2 spots right above the arch of the brow, blend in and up into the hairline. Okay, another trick. I like for my bronzer to just do absolutely everything, like a one-stop shop. I put a little in my crease here, and then you can look up and put a little bit under there as well. Take a brush and just blend it out, and then it's kind of a base for your eyeshadow. And then if you don't wear eyeshadow that day, you know, you just have a little bit of definition as well. Voila. So on the eyes, we're gonna be using the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. And since I want to do a lot of warmth on the lips and the cheeks, we're going to continue that warmth on the eyes with these 2 shades right here. So we're going to put this on the crease. So as you're dipping, you want to just tap it into your hand so that the powder doesn't fall onto your cheeks. Then we're just going to start right in the crease, back and forth, little windshield wiper motions over where we put that bronzer. And now everything just pops so much more. So I'm mainly focusing on the shade Metro. And we're putting that right on the outer corner of the eye, blending upwards and then inwards as there's less on the brush. And then now we want to sort of emphasize the lid. So I'm going to dip into this shade right here. And this is Paloma. So I'm just going to use my finger and then look down and really get that on the lid, going about halfway across. Then it creates that pretty depth. Like so. Wow, this color like pops so nicely. Look how opaque that is. So pretty. It's very Sabrina Carpenter. She always does a look like this. So now we're just gonna add a little bit more depth to the outer corner with that same Metro shade. And I'm just gonna tap that right on the outer corner of my eyelid. And it really helps when you look straight into the mirror to do this, especially if you have hooded eyes. And then I'm just placing and kind of lifting upwards for that sort of siren eye. And then now I'm gonna take a smaller brush in that same shade, Metro, and we're gonna go on the lower lash line, blending in and connecting upwards. The best brush for this is a little dome brush. It just really hugs the lower lash line, and this brush is from Shades by SHAN. Okay, so the star of this eyeshadow look is gonna be this dreamy, shimmery shade. It's called Lily, and it's gonna go right in the center of my eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes, tap it. You always wanna use your finger with this, and then boom, you just get a little bit of shimmer that's gonna look so gorgeous under the lights when you have your candlelit Valentine's Day dinner. It's so gorgeous. The next step in this eye look is this warm cocoa eyeliner from Laura Geller. It's so perfect with these eyeshadows because it's just gonna give a little bit more depth. So I'm starting from the outer corner of the eye. We're gonna do a little wing, goes out towards the ear. And then we just follow that line back and go over the lashes just about halfway. Like so. Then I'm gonna put just a little bit of liner on the inner waterline too, to continue that, so it just looks like one thin line that's nice and lifted. That way we can still see the eyeshadow and the eyeliner isn't taking over. Okay, so now for the lashes, I'm gonna use this Makeup Forever, the Professionall. So it actually has two steps, which is really cool. The first one is to lift the lashes. So I'm just gonna look down and wiggle at the root and lift up. A great trick is to wiggle and pull up in the center, and then on the outer corner of the eye, wiggle and pull out towards your ear. And then at the front of your eye, you wiggle and pull towards the nose. So then the lashes are nice and spread out. Okay, now I'm gonna switch over to the other side. This is for volume, much thicker wand there. And then I'm gonna just repeat the process. Wow, looks so good already. And then I'm gonna use step one for the lower lash line. Like, look at just one eye versus the other. That is so good. To finish up the eye area, I just did a little bit of tinted brow gel so they look nice and put together. And now we're moving on to the lips. Okay, so on the lips, I'm gonna be using this Pinky B Beauty lip combo in Evolved. So one side is the lip liner, and I'm just gonna start by outlining the center of the lip, and then blending it in with my finger. And then I'll repeat the process on the top. When you diffuse it with your finger, you kind of just get this nice shadow without it being like overtly lined. That look is like very in right now. And then I'm gonna move on to the other side, which kind of looks like a cherry pink gloss. Oh, that is so pretty. It even smells good. And that is the lip. Isn't that so pretty? It literally looks like I was just eating berries and put a little balm on. It's so pretty. Next, we're gonna do blush. So we have this blush from OFRA. It is in the color Coral Crush. So gorge. Gonna look so nice with this lip. So I'm going to focus that right on the apples of the cheeks going up. A lot goes on at one time. So what I'm gonna do is just softly diffuse it and not dip in anymore all around. It always helps when you're doing your makeup to have an additional clean brush on hand in case you want to just go back in and blend everything. And then your makeup just looks even better when you go and do this process. I always like to put a little bit of my blush on my forehead, chin, and eyes because I feel like it just gives this overall harmonious look. And blush is just so flattering on every complexion. I'll never get tired of it. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go back in and add a touch more, but tap a little off this time. Smile and put it on the tops of the cheeks. Going over the nose and tops of the cheeks. I just love blush. Like so. Okay, to set this look, we're gonna be using this What's Up Beauty Wind Dancer setting powder in the shade Light, going in with a soft, fluffy brush. And I'm gonna start right at the under eyes. We don't want that to move. We don't want that to crease. And then we're also gonna place that around like the sides of the nose, anywhere you might get a little shiny throughout the day. Top of the nose, through the brows. As a makeup artist, I'm always taught, get that spot right above the brows where the light hits. But then I like a little glow throughout, so I'm not going to put it on the tops of the cheeks or anything. Just right through the center of the face. And this really just smooths everything out. So pretty. Last step is taking a little bit of that MISCHO primer. Remember that just had that gorgeous luminosity. We're just going to tap it on the high points of the face so we get a little bit of sheen that pops through that powder, through all the makeup, so it just looks like illuminated skin again. You can put it right on the high points of the cheekbones, a little on the forehead, down the nose, and then boom. Now you have like this multi-dimensional glow. Okay, this is the finished Valentine's Day makeup. I hope you guys like it. I think it's fresh. It's gonna look amazing on everyone, and you're gonna feel so beautiful for your date night. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below for more IPSY tutorials.